Hi guys, it's Mo again. I'm going to record this video by myself because Keisha is on vacation on the other side of the room. Okay? So, um, first before I give this update, I wanted to give this. I didn't pick the shirt out. Somebody spirit did. I just want y'all to see this because it's supposed to be for somebody. And another thing, somebody need to go get checked out because my left boob been hurting. And I need y'all to get this shit checked out because I'm tired of hurting. And I know it ain't me because I've been tested for everything. Okay, so here's an update. It says, response to my fiance's question. Good evening, ladies. I overheard my fiance watching your videos while she was working out one day, and I wanted to respond to you all.
Give them the update. This the girl that sent it.
Oh, yeah. This is the question about, I'm sorry, I be forgetting. I just be in my own head. So this is about the lady who's engaged and she can't get along with the mom, her fiance's mother and sister. She wrote this, and aunties. No, nobody, no other woman in his family, they can't get along.
Yeah, she wrote it into us twice.
Yeah, this is the third. Well, this is from her fiance.
Times, yeah. About the same issue.
Same thing. Okay. I'm sweating. I'm fat out. Okay. Good evening, ladies. I overheard my fiance watching your video while she was working out one day, and I wanted to respond to you all. First, I love her dearly, and I can honestly say I could care less about what my family thinks of her. They do not lay with me at night. They aren't the person people I call when I am in need of something. Shit, if anything, they are kept in the dark about most things when it comes to me and my life. All of this honestly started when we found out we were pregnant again while our first child was only 6 months. As a man, I wasn't where I needed to be to provide for an extra mouth, so I wasn't too excited in the beginning. So I didn't say anything to anyone. But my woman told her family because she needed that extra support. It finally came out one day during Mardi Gras when our families were together that we were pregnant and my family wasn't happy. I didn't care though. This is my life and I don't have to share everything. They thought she was the reason I didn't say anything, which I constantly said it wasn't. My fiance didn't know about this, but I wanted to keep this drama far away from her. It was a stressful time for us both. Moving forward, I will admit that I can be very nonchalant about things while my fiance is very passionate. I can let shit go easily, and she cannot and will not until she has said what's on her mind. I tell her all the time, why do you care what they think or say? Nothing they say or do will ever make me leave or delay marrying my woman. To someone looking in, yes, it may look like I'm letting her fight these battles alone, but I am not. I text, call whomever has done her wrong and let them know it's always going to be her, so they need to get over it, which she knows, but I think she wants me to react the way that she would react, and that think that's what makes everyone so upset. I will end by saying not inviting them to the wedding may be a little extreme. It will, and it will, I don't think I said that. It will cause a never-ending battle that I'm not trying to deal with, so I am definitely against that. Thank you, ladies, for the advice. I am going to continue to work on the matter with my fiance and marriage counselor. Yes, to answer the question, do we have to be around them? No, we don't. It's us against the world, and if that includes them, then fuck it. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys. Only thing I will say about that is women. I think you have to be mindful that your men are men, and they're just not going to. And that's why a lot of times people like, in my relationships, they be like, you have to think like a nigga. Like, some shit just does not move me because I don't need validation from anybody. Who the fuck I love is not a community. Like I said, it's not a community project. It's not a community effort. I don't need nobody to say, I like your man. If it's 10 motherfuckers around, they don't like him, then oh the fuck will. I'm not getting ready to go get a nigga y'all like and be uncomfortable with him because that's the nigga y'all like. Um, that was just an example. But yeah, do your own thing. I can't remember your fiance's name, but y'all gotta learn to ignore motherfuckers. People gonna always have something to say, especially miserable, lonely people or people who married and they niggas sleep in the other room. And I ain't talking about your people because I don't even know if that's the case. But I'm just saying these are the things that you need to look out for. Motherfuckers who don't have the type of life that you were, they're not showing you an example of a life that you would want, then why do you even care what the fuck they got to say? People always got opinions, especially when they bored. Moving on. What the hell was I? Oh, yeah, okay. So this is a new question, and it's titled Neighbors from Hell. Hey, Keisha and Mo, I'm 22 years old, living in my own house that I've been living in for 3 years now. I have three worrisome ass neighbors who recently moved next door. This question was so funny to me.
Wait a minute, I got something to say before you go on to this next question. Going back to the last question with the fiance responding to us, I feel like he needs to start being more vocal to his fiance so she can know that he has been batting for her behind the scenes. Because, like he said, he does stuff that he said in the letter that he talks to his family and she doesn't know anything about this. I feel like maybe if she did know that you were going to bat for her, it would make her feel somewhat better because obviously this is a huge problem in your relationship. And it just can't continue to be swept under the rug like it's nothing. This is his family. They're going to have to be around these people unless they decide not to. And obviously, by his email, he does not want to separate himself from his family. So him and her need to sit down and communicate a lot more about this subject so she can feel um, a lot more supported in it for me. So then she won't have to reach out to us. Because I wonder how he felt when he overheard us reading her email and like how did that feel for him to know that he reaching out she reached out to women that she don't even know for advice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an extreme. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot more work for them to do. That's all I got to say. We're going to the next.
Where am I? Okay. So, hey, Keisha and Mo. I'm 22 years old, living in my own house that I've been living in for 3 years now. I have these worrisome ass neighbors who recently moved next door to me about 5 or 6 months ago. Me and my neighbors have a hate and bad relationship, but that doesn't stop them from always coming to my house begging. They come to my house and ask me for shampoo, baby powder, ibuprofen, oil, flour, sugar. I didn't even know people actually go to people's house asking for sugar. Thought it was on Friday. They have three, maybe four cars, and always having company, but always ask me for money. First, it was $5, then it was $10, then it was $20, then it was $50. Now it's $100. They did pay me back every time I gave them money, but it's too much. I'm not a fucking bank. Mind you, my neighbors are in their late 20s or early 30s, about 28 to 34 years old, with kids ages 14, 12. Not sure why they're in that order. 10, 7, and 2. Now, let me tell you about these badass kids. I have a pit bull that I leave in my backyard when I leave home. I have a 6 foot wooden gate surrounding my backyard. I have a basketball goal, trampoline, swing set, and pool. One day, I was babysitting my cousin's kids. I let them play in the front yard because I didn't want the 2-year-old to fall in the pool. So the kids next door came over and they all played together. My 2-year-old cousin came in, went to sleep on the couch. My 9-year-old cousin asked, can they cousin ask, can we come in the backyard now? Can the kids next door come too? I said, yeah, let me open the gate for y'all. Oh hell, why the fuck did I do that? Fucked up. They ask every day, can we do? Now can we do? Where the fuck they come? Can we come in your backyard and play? I tell them no. One day I left school early and came home. They're in my backyard on the swing. I told them to get off and go home. A week later, I come home and they're on the trampoline. Told them, y'all need to get off and go home. Don't come back here if I don't give y'all permission. The third time, it was Memorial Day. I agreed with family and friends. We were having a Memorial Day uh, party at my residence. My uncle Nicholas and his girlfriend Kimberly came with their kids. Nicholas asked me, hey man, can the kids go in the back and play? And we keep the grown-ups in here. I replied, all right, give me a minute so I can up the gate. I go to open the gate and I hear a splash and kids talking in the back. I open the gate. What? And kids talking in the back. Okay, sorry. I opened it. My attention span is like. I opened the gate. They 10-year-old is in the pool. I said, "Why the hell are you all back here? Didn't I tell y'all the other week not to come back here? I didn't give y'all permission." The answer, we're sorry. We're trying to get the baseball out the pool. I told their dad each time. His response was, I'm sorry. I will get on them about that. Second response again. I'm going to get on them again about that third response was I'm sorry. You know, kids will be kids. They can be resilient. Going back to May 14th, the mama asked my 13th. I'm laughing because my like if we was on the phone, I would have been with the phone.
You are so fucking rude.
I'm sorry, but my teachers man would be like, especially when it be a whole bunch of complaining, I'd be like, where the fuck are my AirPods? Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay. The mama asked my 13-year-old, can she do the 12-year-old hair? They getting on my goddamn nerves. Oh, nigga, if you don't move, when these motherfuckers bring your property value down, put a for sale sign up now while the swing's still there. Shit.
Girl, I will take that swing set down.
Okay, let me finish because I got something for you. Yeah. Okay, so.
Oh God.
She paid my cousin $30 to do her daughter hair, which clearly ain't enough. My cousin came in and asked me, can I do her hair? Mama already paid me $30. I told her, sure, go ahead. A few hours go past few hours for $30? I don't care if your kid 5. My baby 5 and know how to do motherfucking what's them one braids? Box braids, bitch, is $185 minimum. That's for neck length. Gonna be no goddamn what do you call them, sweatshop people? No shade. I told her, sure, go ahead. A few hours go past. My cousin's done with her hair. 8:30 p.m. came. My cousin is finished with her hair. I told the little girl, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's time for you to go home. She said, my mama ain't came back from getting her hair done. I said, wait a minute. Why your mama didn't take you with her? She simply said, I don't know. Oh, you was telling us what IDK. We ain't that goddamn old. We know IDK. Okay. So I asked her where her dad at. She said he drove everybody else to his mother's house and he got to go to work 11:47 p.m. The doorbell rings. The mama finally come home 2 days ago at 8:37 p.m. The 12-year-old knock on my door. She asked, was my 13-year-old cousin there? And I said, yeah, and let her talk to her outside. I make my 13-year-old cousin come in the house. And 10:04 p.m. come. They're still in the middle of the street playing. And 2-year-old is outside. Baby kids with nothing on but a diaper. 11:31 p.m. I go outside, tell them y'all need to go home. Y'all are loud. Don't y'all gotta go to school? They said our parents don't care about us being out here or going to school. I asked them where they at. Is this for real? They said they in the house getting high with their friends. I gathered the keys. I don't even think I remember reading it. I gathered the keys and knocked on the door. The 14-year-old say door already open. So I opened the door and brought them in. Music blasting so loud I heard it from the outside. I asked the kids where they at. The 12-year-old said they in the bedroom. And I told the kids to show me where their bedroom is. I opened the door and the room is clouded with smoke and everybody is naked. Oh, wow. I quickly closed the door back. I don't know.
DFS on that.
I was just about to say that. I don't have children, so I can't tell nobody what do they should or should not do with their kids. But it's a problem when you're not watching your kids and having smoking orgies while your kids run the streets at night. I have reached my boiling point with this family, tired of the begging. It's no reason y'all should be asking me for money with 3 or 4 cars and only have 2. What? I'm about 5 seconds away from whooping daddy ass. I kind of feel bad for the kids now. They got some shitty ass parents. Like, it's time to grow up when you produce a child to the world. Y'all doing shit that I should be doing. How do you two suggest I handle the situation? I'm sorry, Keisha Mar. Deeply apologize for the great extension of my question. Well, this was a whole. I ain't judging them people. I ain't finna judge them people. But let me tell you something. How this was an intuitive message, and this the song that kept playing that let me know this shit was coming was Humble by Kendrick Lamar. You caused these problems yourself, because if you wasn't so gone go on letting motherfuckers what you got, them people would not know nothing about no swing, no swim pool, nothing. You got a 6-foot pool. I mean a 6-foot fence, unless they're extremely tall or got it upstairs. How did they know all that stuff was going on back there? You got to be careful what you tell people, because a lot of times we bring a lot of issues and shit on ourselves. Now, you need to learn how to say no or move or both. Because I think, how did they even, if you have to let your gate up, how are they even getting in there? I'm just talking about your property value now. We ain't even got to DFS shit because somebody need to call the police. something's wrong over there. I ain't saying nothing wrong with nobody smoking or having orgies, cause do you? But while the kids in the other room, I mean, they are damn near grown. They probably been raised at the same. This is a whole confused ass mess. Like, I would probably definitely say no, for sure, and set some boundaries with these people. If you got to put locks and shit on your stuff, and
You got to call the police on their ass.
and not even just that, not even just calling the police on them. There's some accountability need to be taken on your part too, because you letting these 2-year-olds getting. It's like nobody's watching kids. You letting them come into your shit, but ain't nobody watching these kids. If you're gonna let kids come into your area and feel a certain type of way when their parents mistreat them, you got to be held accountable for these kids too when they come into your shit. That's why I'm saying you should say no. Like, it wouldn't even be this issue if they didn't know. Like, how do they even know about all the shit you got going on at your house? Why do you have a whole Neverland in your backyard and you ain't got no kids?
And why did you even start letting them get you? I wish
that's what I'm saying. Not even just that, but I'm saying
I don't even know my neighbors.
But it ain't even about that. A lot of times we I understand there's nothing wrong with you being proud of your accomplishments. But watch out for that validation shit. You don't need nobody to say, "Oh, you doing good." Because you open the door for some shit to go down that you don't want. Now you done open the gate for these kids to get in the pool, get on the swing, wear your shit out, run your the grass probably yellow green now instead of green green. Is there any grown people that come to their house? Like, is it any grandparents involved? Somebody that you could talk to? Because I mean, even if you call DFS and they come get these kids, who's to say they're not gonna be in a more fucked up predicament? That's the thing about that. So I don't know. If you're concerned about the safety of the children, I would definitely talk to some other people. It got to be somebody coming around. Shit, everybody kids, they still young. They're only a few years younger than you. Oh my god, I need to. You got anything to add to that? You 22 years old. I would probably leave now, but you end up leaving the house and not paying for it, and then you have bad credit.
Yeah, I was just all now moving. Take this as a lesson.
Yeah, this is definitely a lesson. To stay to yourself. Shut your mouth. Stop telling people shit. Stop telling people stuff. They ain't got no business knowing about no damn all the shit that's in your backyard.
And bar and sugar and shit like that. Now, let me tell you, before she in this video, I learned the lesson as a little girl through my mama. My mother was really close friends with our next door neighbor when I was a little girl. I used to go over their house, play, spend the night when my mama went to the club. She'd watch us, well, watch me. Her kids come over to my house and play with me, this, and that. And this was the same bitch that was plotting on my mama the whole goddamn time. She knew my mama's schedule. She knew what time she went to work. She knew what time she came home. My mama came home one day and the whole motherfucking apartment was ransacked. Come to find out, it was my next door neighbor that had her people do it. So
People
that's
be
why
watching.
I keep to my motherfucking self. Don't nobody know when I come and go. They don't know shit I got in my house. I don't even know these niggas over in names.
Not even just shit that's in your house. Watch you post on social media. Stop being so damn braggadocious. This is why it's so much crime. And I don't even know where you live at. But this is why it's so much crime, because we are just, especially brown people, we are such fucking earthly human beings. We find validation in shit that other people create. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Like, I used to make cakes. Everybody in the world name on their goddamn cake. Ain't got nothing to do with the day they was born, but they want all these motherfuckers on their cake so that they can pretend like they got something. And I'm not saying that you should be ashamed of your accomplishments, but
keep something to yourself.
It is, you just be humble. Watch how you as far as like the my house big and they came to my house asking me for shampoo, baby powder. Like, I don't mind helping motherfuckers, but I mean, they kind of really like they got all these goddamn cars and all this stuff. Like, y'all really just watching what each other got. So rise above that shit. Tell the grandparents, probably ain't number 45, but tell the grandparents any damn way what's going on. Watch out for the babies. They might not find nothing wrong with it. If them kids ain't being harmed, then maybe there ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't know. I'm done with judging motherfuckers. Whatever you think that's okay for your life, if these kids ain't being I say make sure that you keep these people off of your property, because anything can happen. When I was growing up, I had a friend that was on the swim team, or was he on the track? He was on some team, and they ended up going on a trip out of town. And he ended up he knew how to swim. He ended up drowning in the swimming pool. He was 14 years old. So just be cautious of the stuff that you have around you, so that you won't nothing won't happen to any of these kids, and you won't be feeling fucked up for the rest of your life because it went down on your watch. Tell them people no. Put a padlock or some shit on your gate. 20 minutes, 27 seconds. Okay, that's it for this video. I gotta go to the bathroom. If you have a question for us, please send the email to since you asked one@gmail.com, and I'll see y'all when I get back.